What's going on, everybody? I'm Selna, America's face of dating, and today we're going to be talking about 3 masculine traits that girls hate, but they actually love this stuff. And they do love this stuff, man, let me tell you. And where this is coming from is that most of the time, girls will speak in opposites, right? They'll tell you what they want in a man. They want a man to buy her flowers and take care of her and show her and tell her exactly where he stands, right? And ask her out and tell her that he loves her. But the fact is when you do these things, typically it just makes her run away from you. And that's a problem that a lot of my clients have when they come to me is they're like, dude, I'm doing everything that I thought was right, and I'm getting ghosted, and I'm getting friend zoned. It's because society and Hollywood, and especially girls, have trained men to believe that being a certain way is going to attract the girl, and changing who you are to please the girl is going to attract the girl, but then it doesn't. And it just pushes her away, and she starts running away, and then he starts chasing even harder. And so I'm here to shine a light on that truth today, on what actually women truly deep down desire and what they actually want, and what's gotten me results and hundreds of my clients that I've worked with over the past couple of years, great results with women. And we're going to show you one here in a second. But the first masculine trait that girls actually love is authenticity. Being authentic. I have a guy in my program named Blake, as you can see in this picture right here, and he literally just got his first relationship ever. He's in his mid-20s, and something I loved about him is that he has a great career. He looks good, as you can see, and he's getting pretty decent results actually with just his life in general. It was just he was struggling with the girl stuff, and he was being super inauthentic. He was being way too nice to please the girl. He was on dating apps. He was doing these lame pickup lines, and if you're on dating apps, please, for the love of God, get off them. You're not going to find your wife on there. She's probably talking to 20 different dudes, so you're already starting inauthentically. And the only reason you're on them is because you're too shy to approach in person. Let's just all be honest here. So you're like, let me just go to the dating app and throw a Hail Mary shot in hopes that it works, in hopes that it sticks, in hopes that I get a date with a girl who's talking to 20 guys at once, and probably girls for that matter, because the guys don't even know how to game her at that point, right? And so something I loved about Blake, like I said, though, is that we got him off those dating apps and we got him being and learning how to actually naturally attract girls in person, and things changed pretty quickly. He started to naturally attract these girls. One of these girls came into his life. He said that there was girls in the past that would friend zone him, that would ghost him. And after he learned how to naturally attract and actually he started being authentic, oh, things turned around pretty quickly. He stopped getting friend zoned, stopped getting ghosted. He was getting consistent dates with quality women. And as you can see right here, he got his first ever relationship ever. With dealing for the first, 25 years of his life, still struggling with getting ghosted. And it was all because he was being inauthentic. And most of you guys are being inauthentic and doing lame pickup lines and doing these lame mind games. They're not going to get you dates. They're only going to get you ghosted. Okay? So, trait number 2, masculine trait number 2 that women absolutely love is emotional strength, right? It's a fact that 97% of men struggle with this stuff, right? They're just way too afraid to admit it. They think that it's not manly, or they're afraid that their friends are going to judge them. One of my clients named Jamie, we did a video testimonial with him. Actually, he's absolutely crushing it in his relationship. So we helped him get his dream girl, and we helped him build up his relationship so he can have a really great, effortless relationship, as you can watch in the testimonial. But something I love about Jamie is that his friends are like, dude, you got a dating coach? And some of them will judge him and test him. Even his girl would test him and be like, you got a dating coach? Why do you need that? And it's all about how you respond, right? It's all about your emotional strength. Most guys who are insecure, they would freak out about that. They'd be like, oh my God, she's judging me because I need help. It makes me feel weak. When in reality, most guys need help with this stuff, and they're too afraid to admit it, and they're too afraid to work on this stuff and just admit that they need help. And they're secretly trying to brush around and look through my content secretly and delete the history, right? Because they don't want their friends to see that they're watching dating advice, when in reality, most guys struggle with this stuff. And the way that you need to come back to that is even my girlfriend, she's like, you're going to be a dating coach, and I was like, yeah, because I struggled with this stuff heavily growing up, right? And she gave me a little test from it, just like Jamie got. But something I loved about Jamie, what I taught him, and especially the guys in my program, was I was just like, if I can help most guys have a relationship like us, wouldn't that make the world a better place? How the fuck are they going to come back to that? It's impossible, right? It's emotional strength. I believe that this is necessary for the world. I believe that this is going to help make the world a better place. I had one of my clients, a French client of mine, who was 5'7", and he thought that he was too short for girls, right? He just thought he was too short. And one of the girls that he was talking to, she tests him hardcore and she goes, "You're too short for me." And he said that before he joined my program, it ruined him. Like, he freaked out, like, it destroyed his confidence for years on end. And when he joined my program, I was like, dude, you got to just say this, right? If a girl's like, "You're too short for me," just literally be like, "And too handsome," right? Girls back in the day, I used to be really skinny back in the day, right? And I would just market it in a way. I was like, well, no, I'm not going to try to hide that I'm skinny back in the day. I put some muscle on now, right? I'm 190. We're still building up, putting on some mass. But I was like, I was 6'2", 135. I was super skinny, right? I had like the opposite problem. I wasn't short, but I was just way too fucking thin. And girls would be like, "You have no ass." And I'd be like, "So we match, babe." You got to know, and you got to have emotional strength about this stuff, and literally market. If you have insecurities or flaws, market those on the front end, and it's going to help you so much in the long term, right? Like, you will, if you just learn like how to naturally attract and just be able to like just say these comebacks, you will never have problems with getting ghosted again. Like, getting ghosted, oh my gosh, like getting rejected, especially not knowing what to say to her over text. Like, if you just know how to naturally attract these girls and make these comebacks on your own, you will have no problem with girls. Like, you won't even consider the dating app. You'll be way too fucking busy with all the other girls trying to blow up your phone right now. Like, but you have to take action at the end of the day. Like, you have to be the person that partakes in his own rescue, right? You have to be the person that's like, you know what, like, I know I need to change this, and you have to take action on that. Action takers always win at the end of the day. So, masculine strength number 3 that women actually love is presence. Presence, right? Not like Christmas presents, but presence as in your being, your vibe. And what is present exactly? I talk about this like deep in my book. And if you guys have not read my book yet, I don't know what you're doing. You guys have all should read my book by now. Like, it's the best investment you could possibly make for the money with the book. But what is presence, right? And I'll tell you what isn't presence, and I'll paint the picture for what it actually is. But what presence is not is that most of you guys are not present currently, especially when you're around quality girls, is that you are way too far stuck in your head. You're way too worried about what she's going to think about you. You're way too worried about what you're going to say, how you're going to come back to this test. I remember one of my clients back in the day, he said that he was so stuck in his head around quality women that he would just kind of sit there and awkwardly smile just because he was so locked in his head. And being present means being in the moment with the girl. It means just enjoying the moment, right? Like, you're not focused on what you're going to say next. You're not thinking ahead of like, how am I going to say this? What am I going to say? Is my body language right? Like, is my eye contact good? Like, you're just in the moment with the girl. And that's where I want you guys to be. Like, you guys should always be present with the girl where it's like she's slapping your chest, right? She's laughing at everything you're saying. It's almost like it's just you two together. No one else is there. And you guys are just vibing completely. She's laughing, like I said, slapping your chest, like I said. Just everything, you're on fire, right? And if you're not there yet, guys, like you have to take action. Like, dude, just if you're not there yet and you're still getting rejected, you're still getting ghosted, book a call with me. Down in the description below, there's a call link right there. Book it in with me. We'll get you on board into my program. We'll get you rolling today. Or you can just DM me on Instagram, and we'll just say that you're directly from YouTube. Okay, so I know, because I get a lot of messages from guys all over the world every single day. But we will just send me a DM on Instagram. Be like, "Yo, dude, like, I'm from YouTube, man. I really want to book in a call. Really want to do your program." We'll get you set up on a call with me, and we'll get you rolling in the program. Right? Bring your credit card. Stop not taking action on this stuff. Like, you guys have to partake in your own rescue with this stuff, and you guys have to be prepared to take action, and you either pay for things with money or with time, right? And so if you guys aren't there yet, you're still getting rejected, you're still getting ghosted. I know the pain of that, and I want to help you guys get out of that so you're naturally attracting and you're not on the fucking dating apps, because that shit is ass, and get you guys actually rolling. And so book in a call using the description below, call link right there, or just DM me on Instagram. Let's get you rolling, guys. Let's stop messing with this stuff. I can't believe you guys are still watching and still getting ghosted. You guys haven't done this yet. Let's go. Just invest in yourself and let's do this. Let's fix it, man. I got your back. So, I'm Selna Kim, and that's 3 masculine traits that women hate, but they actually fucking love that shit. And I'll see you in the next video.